Hey everybody, it's Jeff here once again, and this time for C-Werx, and we're going to have a fun conversation, I know, because Chad is crazy, about eels on wheels today. So we're not talking about sushi, we're not talking about wheelchair eels, but what we are going to be talking about is scuba diving and a really cool nonprofit that Chad runs. Once again, always right down below me is our subscription button. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel because you're going to miss these type of things if you do not have a subscription to the channel. So Chad, thanks for coming, my friend.
Sure thing. Thanks for
Appreciate
having me.
it. Can you tell us a little bit about Eels on Wheels?
Sure. So Eels on Wheels is a not-for-profit that teaches disabled people how to scuba dive.
Sweet.
We started probably 25 years ago at St. David's. A couple of guys started it, Tom McCoy and Tim Skelly and Mike Haynes. And Mike Haynes is still around with Lone Star Paralysis Foundation. You guys may have had him in here. We started with some spinal cord injury swimming in the pool there. And then the swimming got to be swimming and the scuba diving got to be more fun. So we started the scuba group. It became a not-for-profit back in the late 90s. And then we've been training divers ever since.
Very cool. What made you want to do this?
You know, so for me, it's I got into scuba diving, love the water. For me, it's fun meeting all kinds of different people, having stories, talking to people, and then it's a lot of fun watching these guys get out of that wheelchair and have some independence under the water. Probably the most fun is watching the fish grow that you see. You know, the shark that was this big ends up being 6 or 7 feet long by the time you have dinner, you know, and then by the time you're at dessert, you know, the shark went ahead and ate somebody.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
You know, so
you're missing somebody from the crowd.
Missing somebody from the crowd because the fish gets bigger, you know. So listen to the stories and watching the guys have fun and tell those stories and grow together and look at their opportunities is what keeps me.
So do you have a pretty consistent crowd that you work with?
You know, so we've been lucky enough over the years. I've got a pretty consistent core group of people.
Okay.
I've got a quadriplegic high school football coach. I've got another quadriplegic guy who manages the food and beverages or manages the all of the facilities at Texas A&M, and they've been a core group for the last 10 or 12 years. There's one of the guys who's a paraplegic dentist in town, and he's been coming for probably since before they invented scuba diving. He's getting a little older, but he comes all the time. Good guy.
Yeah.
So we've had a good core group to do that, and then we've done some work with the Gridiron Heroes, which are high school kids that got injured playing high school football.
Okay.
We've done some wounded stuff with Wounded Warriors, and we've had probably 50, 100, 200 people in and out through the years come in, move on, and go on with their lives. So it's been a really good group.
Yeah, but you always have your core.
Kind of have a core group that kind of keeps things going. Yeah.
So what are some of the things that, when somebody comes to you, what's the typical process and what do they do?
Right now, we generally take one big trip a year down to the Caribbean.
Okay.
We spend a week someplace. Bonaire is a good place, Cayman Brac. And then, but prior to that, what we do, starting usually in the fall, is we start having Discover Scubas, where the guys can come out and try it. And any disability, anyone who wants to come and try is welcome to come. We have, anything from quadriplegics, some head injuries, paraplegics, amputees, some people who just worry a lot about scuba. They come and they might want just a little more support, and they come with us as well. We kind of set up a training schedule through the fall, in winter, in an indoor heated pool.
It's a good thing. We were having that discussion.
As the years have gone on, I just don't get in cold water anymore.
I don't blame you.
An indoor heated pool, and then at Tom's Dive and Swim downtown. Tom's Dive and Swim is awesome. They take good care of us. And then get everyone trained with a plan of going diving in January and have a good trip.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges that you have?
Challenges with the divers, we're generally pretty good. We've been around for 25 years. I'm a physician in real life, so I have our highly trained buddies, our other anesthesiologists. I've got nurses, physical therapists, a few surgeons. I've got some highly trained, highly experienced divers, a lot of professionals around town with lots of diving experience. The diving we're really good at. The travel, we've kind of got it down to an art, managing the planes of things, so we can help help you set up and help get that travel going. You know, not-for-profit challenges. You know, all not-for-profits are raising money.
Yeah.
Right now, if we, a web designer, our web page needs a little work. Eels.org. When you look at it, you'll see that it needs a little work. You know, and then we always need volunteers.
Okay.
We always need divers, volunteers for diving, volunteers to help with travel.
Okay.
What we've kind of found out during the years, for the handicapped scuba divers, depending on their level of injury and their level of need, they dive with 2 buddies.
Okay.
Right. So the higher the level of need, the more experienced buddies you need. So that's obvious. But what we've kind of found out over the years is it takes about, you know, and I kind of nerded out on this one, like 2.8 to 3.2 people per guy.
Okay.
To kind of make things work.
Okay.
Because while you need help in the water, the scuba is great. You know, you kind of need help out of water.
Yeah. Well,
you know, you got to go to town. You know, you got to go to town and get ice cream. You got to, you know, around the resort. The resorts we pick are generally flat, but you want to make sure people can experience the islands and experience the places that you go.
Yeah, more than just show up, go dive, and then okay, we're done. Yeah.
Whether you're diving or not, there's a spot to, you know, to go and do something and hang out with people and tours and things like that. Because we just always need, you kind of always need help. You know, always just need people.
Yeah.
You know.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be disabled
yeah.
partners or they have more capability or been there before.
Yeah, and disabled guys, people who want to just come and help.
Okay.
You know, the needs are vast and it varies depending on the group. You know,
absolutely.
As with probably every not-for-profit out there, you know, the volunteers and participants kind of wax and wane. You know, our experience, I have a ton of new divers and no volunteers, you know, or I've got a ton of volunteers and like one guy died. You know what I'm saying? And he's just dying because we're all on top of it.
Yeah, 20 to 1. Yeah,
it's like a 20 to 1.
Can I help you? Can I help you? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he can't even blink his eyes without someone wiping his forehead. You know, so that, you know, it's just that balance and having a pool of people to choose from. Having a pool of people available is always really nice.
That's awesome.
Always really nice.
What are some of the things y'all need?
You know,
what can people help with?
You know, people can, if the website is probably our biggest need right now. We're struggling there. I had my guy that does it's great, and he tries really hard. Just needs a couple more tools, you know, to help kind of get over the edge. You know, help kind of get over the edge. And then, you know, the other thing we need is to get the word out. Okay. You know, we're around. Right now, I'm in a peak volunteer. I'm in a peak volunteer period. So if anyone wants to try scuba or come out and diving with us, we've got time and space. I'll get posted on the website, our next Discover Scuba, and Tom's Dive and Swim will know as well because I schedule everything through there. Perfect. And those are probably our 2 biggest needs now. Yeah, it's trying to get your volunteers prepped. Yeah, just kind of get everything organized and ready. Okay. You know, we have a lot of fun. The diving is a lot of fun. You know, watching those guys get out of the wheelchairs and go diving. Even for those that haven't seen, even a quadriplegic underwater who may not be able to push his wheelchair on land, when you get underwater and you get that neutral buoyancy, you know, that little bit of muscle that does work can propel you right along. I've got, you know, thousands of stories. I've got a guy who all he wants to do when we go diving is be by himself. And we go underwater. He's a quadriplegic guy. He doesn't move around very much. And all he wants to do is be by himself. So myself and the buddies just kind of watching him, you know? And he has the best dive every dive because no one's messing with him. He's out of He's out of his wheelchair. You know, his Christmas card looks just like mine, an underwater picture with scuba gear on. There you go. So it works great. We've got a guy that, you know, we've got other guys that take the diving seriously and it becomes therapeutic because they're underwater. And while they may not be able to walk and get around on land after a week of diving, you know, the legs are a little stronger because they're just swimmers and you're just chasing. So there's all kinds of different things, and then there's being underwater, which is just awesome. You know, awesome for everybody. That's amazing. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's amazing. Well, how do people get a hold of you? Easiest way to get a hold of us, www.eels.org is the website. My email is chad@eels.org, which keeps it really simple. And then Jill is another similar email address, and she's listed there as well. Perfect. And that's probably the most efficient way to find us. And and we'll get back to you and get you plugged in.
Well, and of course, this will be on our website.
Awesome.
It'll be on our YouTube channel. So
Yeah.
for those of you guys that are out there, we'll have links to their website and to their emails and everything else. They could use your help. If you want to be a volunteer, you already heard it. This is a guy that can help you to learn how to scuba dive, and you can help out some really cool folks get their experience in too. So.
Awesome. Yeah, come find us. We've got something for everybody.
Well, cool. Well, thank you for coming out today,
Thanks,
Chad.
man.
I know
Thank
you had
you for having me.
a heck of a slog. He had a couple of surgeries he had to be in and drive all the way up from downtown Austin. So we appreciate you making it up here and being able to showcase this.
Well, thanks, man. We get it all done.
Cool.
Thanks,
well, thank you, man.
Uh-huh.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Well, guys, once again, C-Werx, that's what we're here for, is to get the word out about groups like this. I hadn't even personally heard about them before this, so I think it is fantastic what they do. And you need to support organizations like this in our community. So make sure you get out there and you help out. Figure out what you like, what you want, what you love to do, and what you want to be involved in, and just do it. Get out there and do it. So thanks, and we'll see you here next week.